And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On 2nd down, Cook. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it.
Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 46. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And incomplete to open things up.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Prescott to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And then look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Minnesota. 53 yards. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They come out here in the I. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Back to throw here. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he'll take this back all the way up past the 45-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that, he said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts. Understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
16 yards right off the bat with a 1st down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. He'll return it from the 6. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah, can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Here we go now. Green 39, Green 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 and a 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Left side, Cook. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll drop to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
So out come the Cowboys now as their offense gets set to take over. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
They start on the ground with Elliott. Oh, now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Go to 54, go to 54, Lining.
On 2nd down, Elliott. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to let this one go deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A give to Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the 2nd half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the 1st half. Maybe not so much in the 2nd half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Done.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And now out comes Minnesota. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Green 39.
They pitch it out to Cook. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Tackle made there by DaeDaySki's.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
No. Check. Patriot.
He'll drop to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Going deep for Hopkins. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Detroit.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. DaeDaySki's with a pick. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A first down carry by Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Second down, Prescott. Flush to his right. And this is taken in at the 5. A gain of 32 that time.
But simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They've got a 1st and goal just inside the 5. Throwing, Prescott. Being chased out left. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40, 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead grows to 10-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Back to it after the pick six. Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Cooper again the target, and it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 3rd down, it's Prescott looking deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
46.
They go play action here on 1st down. Austin's got it left side. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is good. So we've reached halftime here in Minnesota with the Vikings on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A second down throw for Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 47, 47. 46.
First down, Prescott. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Cooper was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Swing to the field, right.
3rd and long for Prescott. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away.
Yeah,
Defense,
we've
got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut him down. Let's see what the offense gets done.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Right side caught by Diggs. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A very solid gain of 27. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know, all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that.
Watch it now, Barney! Barney!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now he'll throw deep left side. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down at the 10. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 40. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Prescott from the gun. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the...
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, from what we've seen thus far, this is not a formula for winning football. When you have more turnovers than points scored, that's a tough way to try and win a game.
Detroit! 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 No. Check. Patriot! Patriot!
Now a run with Cook. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Gun! All right, here we go. 319! 319!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Gun!
He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Here's Prescott. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
And they got the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Here we go. 47, 47.
Now Prescott. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. On third down, Elliott. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Well, he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on fourth down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll pitch it out to Elliott. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The Cowboys on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Here we go. 40.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Prescott on first down. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here we go, 46.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott escaping the pressure right. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? On the sneak, it's Prescott, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Dak Prescott scoring on the sneak from a yard out, and the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Important extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now out comes Minnesota. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They run. Cook. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing.
All right, now look at 56.
Cook. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll hand it now to Geis. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Geis again. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and get it with Geis. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases.
Go, get out there, get out there. Then we'll go into 53. Start that way.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. One last shot now for Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they